Do you know the most dangerous sentence a child can ever say to their parents? It is not, I hate you. It is not, I am leaving and never coming back. It is actually a very short, very quiet phrase, usually spoken after a painful, awkward pause. Never mind. Welcome to Broken Trust Explained. Today, we are going to decode one of the most silent, heartbreaking psychological wounds of childhood. We will explore how the most well-behaved kids often turn out to be the most deeply lonely adults, and more importantly, how we as parents can break this cycle to bring true, unconditional love to our children. I want you to picture a deeply familiar scene. You just walked through the front door after a grueling day, the kind of day where your boss was demanding, the traffic was a nightmare, and your mind is already racing about the electric bill and what to make for dinner. You were physically present, but mentally, you are exhausted. Then, your little one runs up to you. They're practically vibrating with excitement, eager to tell you about some playground drama, a drawing they made, or some seemingly trivial lunchroom nonsense. They start their story, and right in the middle of their sentence, you drop your bag and you sigh. It is not an angry sigh. It is not even directed at them. It's just the quiet, heavy exhale of a functioning adult who has been wrestling with life all day. But in that exact fraction of a second, the child stops talking. They look at your face, they swallow their words, and they say, "Never mind." You probably smile it off, say okay, and walk into the kitchen. You moved on because you have to, but they did not. In their mind, they just filed that moment away like a tiny, diligent accountant who only tracks withdrawals. There are no deposits in this bank account. There is no interest. There is only a running, flashing balance that says, I am probably too much. You see, the sigh you don't even remember is the one they will never forget. When you exhaled your exhaustion, you were simply communicating that the world is heavy right now. It is a completely legal, deeply human response, but a child's brain does not understand the nuance of adult burnout. Kids don't interpret tone, they interpret survival. Their brain is running an invisible airport security check on the emotional atmosphere of the room. If something feels heavy or wrong while they are speaking, their default assumption is not, "Mom had a bad day at work." Their assumption is, "I must be the problem." And so, the quiet tragedy of shrinking begins. Fast forward a few years, picture a 14-year-old standing in the doorway of your home office. They start a sentence because they really need your advice on something weighing on their heart, but then they clock your face. They see the stress in your jaw. Instantly, they pivot and finish with a completely different, irrelevant sentence. When a kid decides that their needs are just bad timing waiting to happen, they become the world's most efficient editors. They delay their questions until after dinner. They wait until your work call is entirely done. They wait until Sunday morning when you seem slightly more relaxed. Essentially, they start managing your emotional calendar on your behalf. They become tiny, unpaid emotional assistants. There is no salary, there are no benefits, just a lifetime contract in not bothering you. From the outside, this looks exactly like maturity. Parents absolutely love this kid. Teachers adore this kid. Society praises them for being so well-adjusted. But therapists are going to meet this exact kid in about 15 years, because what is actually happening behind that polite smile is self-erasure. We often accidentally lock this false belief into place with our praise. Imagine a family Thanksgiving dinner. Someone asks how the kids are doing, and you point to your quiet one and say proudly, "Oh, they're amazing. They're so low maintenance. They never give us any trouble. I never have to worry about them." You genuinely mean well. You mean you appreciate their steady presence. But the child hears that public praise as a strict job description. The logic clicks into place. My parents love me because I don't cost them anything. And if that's true, then the tragic result is that the moment they actually struggle, the moment they cost you energy, they believe they will break the very thing that makes them lovable. So, they stop asking for help. They figure out the brutal math homework alone. They cry in their bedrooms alone. You proudly tell your friends that your child is incredibly independent, but the truth we need to face is that hyper-independence in a child is often just profound loneliness with incredibly good branding. Fast forward 15 years. That child is now 30 years old. They have a great job, a nice apartment, and they are the reliable rock for everyone around them. They are the emotional load-bearing wall in every relationship they build. But when they themselves fall apart, when their heart is broken, or they're drowning in anxiety, they wave it off. They smile and say, "I'm fine, honestly." Because deep down, asking for help still feels like dangerous proof that they are a burden. But listen to me. Here at Broken Trust Explained, we believe in hope. We believe it's never too late to change the narrative. There is no factory reset for the past, but the exact same small moments that built this invisible wall can be used to tear it down. You don't have to be a perfect, tireless parent robot. You're human. You're still going to have exhausting days. The heavy sigh is still going to happen. What matters is the return. It's the U-turn. It's catching yourself, stepping back into their room 10 minutes later, sitting on the edge of their bed and saying, "Hey, earlier when you started saying something, I was distracted by work and I sighed. I'm so sorry. I really want to know what you were going to say. I'm listening now." Repair always matters more than perfection. Beneath every single "never mind" is a terrified hidden question. Am I allowed to cost you something? And your conscious choice to turn back and listen today is the answer that will build their confidence, their worth, and their happiness for the rest of their beautiful lives. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Broken Trust Explained so we can continue building stronger, healing family dynamics together. See you next time.